Hello, everybody. Welcome to Accelerate Your Best Life. My name's Tom Worth. Got Zack Bradley with me. Mustached Media. He's the one that does all this video and stuff. He's just very good at what he does, and I just love him having a part of being a part of this Accelerate Your Best Life. Man, life is just truly amazing and exciting. You just never know where you're going to end up at the end of the day. But man, if you're focused and you got an intention, all is possible. That's the beauty in this world, is the possibilities are just unlimited. What do you think?
I think the possibilities most definitely are unlimited, but they're unlimited if you can see the possibilities and you can grasp them and you can follow suit, you know?
Exactly.
And I 100% agree with that. There's a lot out there in this universe that the universe, let me rephrase that. The universe hands you so many opportunities, but who's the one that's got to really do the work, right? It's you.
And me, yeah.
Yep.
Individually and you.
Yeah.
But it's, it's cool about, as we was talking earlier today about the intention. As you get up in the morning and you meditate or whatever your goals are to do in a day and however you process, I always resort to meditation because that's the first thing I'm up to, and I'm in gratitude. And it's funny, we're talking about intention, we was talking about gratitude, and they just all play together as a whole, right?
I agree. They totally do.
At the end of the day, it's all about accelerating, becoming better, and it costs nothing to be a great person.
Nothing at all.
Right? Zero.
Not a single dollar.
But anyway, we welcome you guys. Once again, I'm going to turn this over to Zack, tell you how to do all this stuff as far as like and share. Mustached Media, Accelerate Your Best Life. We're just grateful to have you today.
We are super grateful, and we are growing together. You guys and us, Tom and me and you, all of us are all growing together, and I think that that's something really amazing. You guys do it. It would be a huge favor to us if you guys could throw some comments down if you get a nugget out of today's video. Even throw a timestamp so we can go back. We literally read all of our comments, and anytime someone throws a timestamp, it's kind of fun to jump to that moment in the video and just watch a segment and take a minute, because you kind of get a nugget from yourself when you do this kind of stuff. But seriously, like, comment, and share. It would do us a ton if you guys shared this out. Let us know what the nugget is that you got today. When you share this, share it to your Instagram, Facebook, any of those kind of pages. But put what the nugget is that you got out of it so someone else can read that, get that nugget, but then they can take another nugget out of it. We're just here to grow together and accelerate our best lives.
Ours.
Yep.
Yours, mine, yours. That's why we like to have you here with us. But I just want to go into a little bit about the acceleration is not always a great big step, but accelerating happens one step at a time. Change up, doing, growing, learning, hear something, discern, is that true? You have the truth inside of you. Your truth is your truth, and you can discern that within yourself, what is true and what is not for you. But going back to the intention, and I was thinking about this a little bit today, is, if you don't have a common goal or the vision and the intention to get to that, then it comes into action. There's so many different things. Maybe we jump off here and there, but it's just, it's very key to have an intention and a focus of where you want to be and bring it back here in the now moment.
Yep, 100%.
One step at a time, 3 steps back, 4 forward.
Yeah,
it's just kind of crazy.
I don't mean to cut you off, but it is so weird that you just said that, because I was going to say, and here's the thing with life is, does life ever just let you get 5 steps ahead without throwing you back a couple?
Absolutely not.
No, not at all.
No, because it humbles you. Humility is a big deal. Because, we're human. As we're progressing, we're going really, really good, and we're on top of the world, and all of a sudden, boom. Oh, I lost focus. It's time to bring it back into here. There's something in the universe that is keeping you on this treaded path that you're headed on. And just be aware of what that's going on. It's like we've talked before about the dark. You got to have that dark. You're going to have hurts. You're going to have aches. You're going to have pains.
100%.
And it's not going to be easy, right? So, but that's why we put this together, so we can all talk about what's going on and how to address it and lean into it.
Yep.
And overcome fears. I mean, really, we're overcoming.
Yeah, 100%.
And becoming. And maybe I thought about this, but all of our beliefs up until now, I think we're really unlearning and relearning.
Why do you think there's this? People are awakening in society right now, and that just you saying that like that is exactly where I'm at with things. Is people are starting to realize and wake up. There's more to life than what you see on media, what you see on so much stuff, and you see movies and all this different stuff of this is how life's portrayed, and you kind of follow along like it's got to be a certain way, but your life is the movie. You are the director. And by intention, something that you had just said a little bit ago, but you had an intention to come watch this video, to be here. There is a reason you are watching this video right now. There's a reason we're making this. Would you say that?
Exactly.
100%.
And there's no doubt in my mind that that's the case. I just believe in this so wholeheartedly because our hearts and our minds, I feel, is in a good place.
Yeah, I agree.
To serve.
Yeah.
And help ourselves as well as help others. Because I'll promise you, what we talk about, I go after all these videos, I go and I relearn something that, wow, I am learning. You know, it's just being awareness, and it's just, I feel fortunate. Feel so blessed.
So one cool thing that I love about Tom is we were talking routines, and you know, I'm trying to figure out what all fits best with me time, my intentions for the day. I know, and I've talked about my morning routine. I get on and off with that sometimes, and I have a really good night routine, and I have a really good morning one. But what I was trying to talk to Tom about was just talking about what's the best way that I can wake up and just, you know, feel like I'm ready to hit the day on. And his is the morning routine. And I love that about that. And you set the intentions for the day there. Literally, Tom sets up a couple hours in the morning just for himself. And that's not selfish at all. It's none of that, but it helps him set the intention for the day. And I'll just let you elaborate on all that.
Yeah. And that's just, I got to tell you, what comes out of that, it's just so rewarding because I can see and I play in my video of my vision and all that stuff. And I just to get to be still and focus my thoughts in things that I desire and want, not in the world. But there's just a lot of power to self-care, taking care of yourself, taking time for you. As you go along in life, it becomes a rat race. And we talk about rat race a lot because it is a rat race. But we choose into that.
We do.
You know, so we'll race along on the freeway to get where we got to go. I got to hurry and do this. But is there any intention or any focus in that?
We're just going to get our money, right?
Right? Home to work. Home to work. Retire and die in 40.
Best way to live your life.
Wrong.
No way to live a life.
No retire and die. There's no retirement out there anymore. You know, you get to a certain point, I believe that, you know, they start to get rid of people. Unfortunately, this is just the truth in the outer world. But the cool thing is we're here learning. We're going to accelerate our best life, and we're going to create abundance.
And we are all going to grow together. So one thing that I'm really just trying to be intentional with myself, what I'm doing lately. One thing that I have just recently found that I'm super excited to get onto, I just bought this. It's called the 5-Minute Journal. Already just reading the first, because it's got a little bit of an introduction into it. I wholeheartedly recommend that if you're trying to just, you know, find some ways to set some good intentions for the day. Just to do a little explanation, the journal will tell you about everything, but the journal wants you to literally spend 5 minutes a day. That's it. Just to write down a couple things in the morning and at night. The morning is my favorite part because it says when you wake up, do not do anything else but grab this journal and write down 3 things that you are grateful for. And
Love that.
that's amazing, isn't that?
It is.
How is that for intentional and starting your day, right?
You know, and I think, wow, there's so much to be said for gratitude. Gratitude, I mean, you say you're thankful and all this other stuff, but truly are you? Do you feel that within your being and your soul? As you grow, you start to, and it gets, oh man, then you get be grateful for just the little things. You used to be grateful for the big things, right? But it just kind of, the focus and the intention changes. But gratitude is really, and I learned this a while back, and it's become to be true for me as I've heard that gratitude is really, truly the key to abundance.
Yeah.
If you have a grateful heart, abundance.
Yeah. And you see that, but when you get into that kind of scarcity mindset, kind of panic, it's like being late for work. So this is a good example. When you're late for work, you feel like you roll out, you're like, all right. And some people have that kind of personality, but most people, and I know this for me, when I'm late for work, I feel like I got to take the whole house with me all of a sudden. All of a sudden, I'm going through every drawer. I'm running through all the rooms. Did I grab what did I do my mustache? Right? And
Chaos.
Yep, chaos. But and not to like take away from everything, but when you kind of get into those mindsets, you're not great. I don't know. Tying this back into everything is.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So you got your gratitude, you got the chaos. There's two sides to everything, right?
Yeah.
So there's moments, and you're going to experience the chaotic moments.
See, and I totally just lost my. That's okay. Why I love Tom. I lost my.
That's why we're talking, and we're not cutting. We're talking about this because it's all about flow. But most people, all of a sudden, if they're going to be late, they're in fear mode.
Yep.
All of a sudden, then everything that's going to go wrong is going wrong. Everything's that. To accelerate, stop. Take a minute, take a breath, and breathe and focus and re-intention. You got to change states, and you can change that. You can go into a bad state as fast as you go into a good state.
Yeah, I agree.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So don't discount what you was just sharing right there, because that's exactly what happens to all of us.
Yep. No, and it does. I mean, none of us are perfect. We're only human, right?
We want to be, but I don't think we're going to be.
I don't think, honestly, if you ever expect or put that kind of thought to me of I'm the most perfect person, I literally am not. And there, right there, you saw an example of that.
I'm so far from perfect. But the cool thing is the accelerate, like we're talking. Yeah. We're not accelerating to perfection. We're accelerating to dreams and desires and goals and thinking and changing beliefs, doing things different than what we used to do, because in 5 years we want to be here versus 5 where we already are.
Yeah, I agree. Right? And normally with a moment like that, I honestly would have cut the camera and been like, I just need a minute. Like let's get back on. But I'm grateful for what just happened, because that was a moment of growth for me too.
It's pretty powerful. And don't discount those moments, you know what I mean?
Not at all, yeah.
Yeah, it's just life's pretty crazy at times, but man, it's so fulfilling.
When you let it be, though.
When you let it. Boom. Flow only happens when you let it. Flow only happens when you let it. If you're not flowing, you're blocking something. It's time to go inside and start taking a look and sorting out and discerning thoughts and emotions and all that stuff. Sounds crazy, I'm sure, but it works. Because the intention is keep going. Break through the wall. Break through the fear. You're going to have the walls. They're always going to come up. They're never going to go away. But you're going to blast through them a hell of a lot quicker than you used to.
But,
right?
Yeah, no, and I think 100%. I 100% agree that. And I think throwing intentions into your day, I mean, because so like what I said, like, you have this crazy day. You don't have to, or crazy day, crazy morning. You don't have to sit in that either and be like, well, now my whole day's like, I'm late. All this is thrown off. Take a minute, realign, ground yourself. in a lot of my videos, I do breathing stuff, and ground yourself. Take a minute. Take a breath. Breathe. It's okay. I just had to take a breath.
Take a breath.
Ground
A
yourself.
lot of power in it, and ground it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny you say that about breathing. All my life, dude, I was chasing the dollar, doing everything I could do. I never took time to breathe. I'd always go over to my amazing sister's house, and why don't you just take time to breathe? I got shit I got to do. I got to do this. I got to do that. I ain't got time to breathe. But I sit and think about that and just laugh.
Yeah.
And think, whoa, she was right. For all those years, just breathe. Just breathe. So much power to it.
But when you're like that in that time frame, were you really putting out a lot of time for you, putting the work into you?
0. Because it was a doormat. I was a doormat. I had to be doing something for somebody else. Boom, boom, boom. With no intention.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure they were okay. And if they were okay, then I was going to be okay.
And money's everything, right?
Right. That's nada. It's important. Rates with oxygen.
Yeah.
We talked about that before, but it's not first.
Mm-mm.
You first.
Yep, you first.
We're going to say this till the day we die. You first. Another thing we talked about earlier today is I asked Zack, I said, how much self-care do you take care of yourself? I said, how long has it been since you went and got a massage? What about a pedicure? That kind of sounds crazy. There might be some judgment come out of that, but you know what? You're important.
You are.
You know, a massage once a month or every 2 months. Just take that time out and just care for yourself, please. It will just set your emotions in the right spot. It helps you serve and care better for others because you're taking care of yourself, right?
Yeah, I agree 100%. And it's easier to care for other people when you do care for yourself, and when you have good self-talk, when you're feeling like you're hitting all the goals that you've been putting out, and it's not like you have to change everything overnight. Sometimes it can just be, and I've said this before, Atomic Habits, the book, talks about if you can just do one thing better every day in 30 days, you're 30% better pretty much, right? And I think that's something that's so powerful, is that you can take that, set that intention for yourself one by one. Every day you're getting better. You're starting to hit those goals. And when you start to feel better about yourself and you feel good about you and what's in here and what's in here, it's so much easier to be like, man, you're looking good today. Oh, and that you've just had an energy transfer with yourself. And that energy transfer, you're back and forth with yourself, your mind, building you, and you, man, all of a sudden you got this big ball of energy. Do I not roll into this dealership almost every day with this ball of energy that I'm ready just to throw at everybody? And I'm always jumping off the walls, jumping off chairs, trailers. Wah, wah, wah. Hey. Because I know that energy transfer, and I've just had so much love with myself for the morning that I come in and if I'm not like that, you know that I've thrown my morning off, right?
Kind of wondering when questions get asked, what's going on, Zack? Where's that energy? Because you do your other on your personal page, you do that morning motivation. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're starting to get some good comments out of that, and you know what? It's just about serving and making a difference, and that creates your day. Because I see them come up in the morning, and your intention and your heart's in the right spot, and if you get that in the right spot, your day's going to go immaculate.
Yeah.
You'll have some hiccups, but just pick up the hiccup and go.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about that too is I've always wanted to do motivational stuff, and I love it when I get a roll in and be like, I'm here to motivate you. It's one of my most favorite things, because even if nobody watched those videos, I will watch them myself, and I'm like, man, sometimes I am talking to me. Sometimes I put a video out and talk about a subject because it's something that I needed. And I go back and I watch that and I'm like, right. Or sometimes I watch them a week later and I'm like, I forgot I said that. That was a good nugget. And you can seriously inspire yourself. And I might sound crazy, and I don't care if I do.
Well,
but you can inspire yourself like crazy. You can do so much that you're like, I did that. Wow. I'm a badass. Holy crap, right? And then you get the energy to go the distance. You went from having energy that's like this, that holy crap, my energy just became a mile long, right?
And when you first started that, then where you're at now, it comes easier. So you created where you used to be, you created a habit to have this on a daily.
Yeah.
I see that. But that's the consistency that you created back here. You made a decision that you're going to motivate, and it's just you accelerated your own life. That's what you can do.
That is true.
That's why, we look at this, and it's funny you say that. You relook your videos, and sometimes I said that because you guys, we're talking to you out there. I learned so much from what goes on right here because if I rewatch it, there's always something for me too. I just can't tell you the whole of how this all works, but to do this, I just feel such gratitude for the opportunity to be a student and learn. We just chose to get together, talk about some stuff that we can help and serve and accelerate people's lives, but we're also accelerating ours.
We 100% are.
Right, but it's not just about you and me. We got a whole to carry along.
Oh, we do. And I know that there's so much that's coming for what we're doing, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Do you? I don't.
No, I love it.
And I'll be honest, I love the criticism too, because it's not much, and we haven't gotten a lot. But like one of the things just already is we always get called between the green fern.
Right?
Yep.
Between the green fern. But you know what, guy? I'm grateful for this fern, and I love it.
I am.
I think it's beautiful.
I think you got to have a starting place, and I know where we're at and what we're doing, and I just know the future of things. And there will be a day that me and Tom have a state-of-the-art, little place that we're doing our filming. But right now, we got what makes do and what works, and we're making it happen. And I think that's the biggest thing. What I'm trying to say is you don't have to have everything to get started with whatever you want to do. Business, I don't know, anything. There's just so much stuff in life that we can do. For me, I wanted to do YouTube, all these different channels, social media. Social media, my generation's grown up with.
Right, absolutely.
I've seen so many people scale and grow inside of YouTube and all these different social medias, which has been cool. But I've never seen the type of stuff that I want to do out there. And that's why I'm like, I see the space for me, and I know what I can do out there. But the same goes for you. You could go start a production company. You could go start your own motivational talk show. There's endless opportunities,
and not even on that note, there's so many ideas, and everybody has a purpose. If they dig inside and search for that.
Yeah, I agree.
And then they find what it is, and they discern it, and they talk about it, and they make it, at one point they'll get to make that decision and make it happen. And I hope that's you guys out there, because you are creators. We create our own lives.
We do.
Nobody, what do you say about saving?
Nobody can save you but yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
My biggest thing, I can give you all of the resources to become your best self. I can give you everything, and not even me, but just saying, if someone gave you every single thing to make you the best you, if you don't take it and act on it, that's on you. That person cannot save you. I cannot save you. I can throw you the helpline and the rope, and I'm sitting there, all my muscles flexed, ready to pull you up. But I need you to pull for yourself, right?
It's kind of like that old adage, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it
drink. Can't make it drink. 100%. You cannot make it drink.
So hopefully what we're sharing here and what we're talking about serving you in your lives, and we're just excited, not just for us, but for you to start thinking, to start focusing, get an intention. You may be in a job, maybe you don't like it, but create something. You can create something. Don't just kick that out. Do that, but do something. You got plenty of time in a day to where you can focus on something different. 2 hours a day. Maybe it's an hour a day. If you did that for 30 days, how much hours have you got?
You got 30 hours of stuff you just put into something.
And if you did that the next month, that's 60. Now we're progressing, remember. In 5 years from today, where are we going to be? But this has got to be disciplines. Day in, day out. If it's an hour, it's an hour. Don't cheat yourself.
Don't.
Because we want to.
And it's easy to. It's easy. It's easy to pull those covers back up. I'm not getting up today.
But don't let those covers stay over your head. Get up and get after it.
You're missing opportunities.
Exactly. That's not the time to lay down. When you're feeling the adversities, that's time to go. That's go time.
Like David Goggins always says, you got to armor your mind in the morning before you attack the world. And my thoughts are, before the day, I feel like I'm shielded up. I got my whole knight's armor on, and I'm ready to face all the adversities. The smile on my face. Got my shield out front. I'm ready just to face all the armies and hardships of the world, right?
Right, and that's exactly really what's going on, right?
100%.
Yeah. And it's just a thought pattern. You change the way you think. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
100%.
But you have to protect your mind. Body armor, mind armor.
100%. And it's easy to let stuff get in that and to rust your armor, to sink your ship. There's a lot of stuff that can get in there. So it's up to you to keep that weapon lubricated, to keep that weapon sharp. Mind is everything. Mindset is everything. And I know we've talked about mindset before, but seriously, if I could give you the biggest tool and weapon against life, it's your mindset, and the things that you put into it.
Yeah, you could talk about mindset every time.
Oh, you could.
Because it's a part of everything, right?
Yeah, it is.
And mindset, attitude, a lot of things hole into a whole, because you really look at the successful people, it's all about attitude. And it's a positive attitude, day in, day out, moment to moment. They do not cave to any negativity.
No.
They are very sensitive to their energy, and they're going to protect that at all costs, and you should protect that at all costs as well.
I agree.
That's why what we're talking here in accelerating your best life, to accelerate, you have got to get that shield on. And that's why we're talking about what we're talking about. Because what Zack just says is, however you see that, you have got to have body armor. And you create that armor from within yourself.
You do.
By protection. Everything that goes into your mind. You choose what goes into your head. It all becomes knowledge sooner or later. It's either good or it's bad. If it's not good, benefiting you or taking you a step forward, you got to rid of it. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah. It's
time to say, guy. And we was talking a little earlier about today, and we'll talk about ridding that, but it's also in relationships.
Yeah.
You got your energy and your circle of people. If it's not serving where you're going or where you want to go, you got to create new relationships.
100%. It's like the days that I'm feeling off, my partner is freaking amazing. And she, like last week, I was just like, I'm coming home. Today's been a bad day. I'm just coming home. She's like, I really think you need to go to the gym. And you need to stick to your routine. And I was like, yep, you were right. And sometimes you need someone that can just kind of give you that little whip. That's like,
it's a whip.
Right, I need it. I needed that.
But she's awesome.
Yeah, she is. She is. And it's good. It's good to have someone like that. Not everyone has that. And I'm not saying you need a partner, but just having people to lean on and I do believe you need a circle of 5. I do believe that that's a principle, in my own opinion, that you need supporters, you need people to be able to lean on. It's easy to get hard-headed and be like, I'm going to do everything myself. It's me. But when you have a circle that you can kind of bounce stuff